Hello everyone. Today in this video I will be discussing the role of proline in combined stress tolerance in plants. So before going to the actual topic, that is how this proline is involved in combined stress tolerance. So let us know what is this proline, how it is being synthesized, and what are its functional roles in plants. Proline is an organic amino acid and it's a proteinogenic in nature. That is, it's involved in protein synthesis and also helps in stabilization of proteins. It is the only proteogenic amino acid with alpha amino group present as a secondary amine, offering a unique properties to the proline. It plays an important role in plant growth and differentiation across life cycle. It also plays a role in osmotic adjustment, reactive oxygen species detoxification, membrane integrity protection, enzyme and protein stabilization. So this is the overview of proline biosynthesis pathway. So it involves proline biosynthesis involves three organelles, that is cytoplasm, chloroplast, and mitochondria. So here glutamate will act as a precursor for proline biosynthesis, which get converted into an intermediate compound, that is proline 5 carboxylate, with the help of enzymes proline 5 carboxylate synthase. So now this proline 5 carboxylase it get reduced to form a proline with the help of enzyme called proline 5 carboxy reductase. So once proline is synthesized in the cytosol, it's now being exported to the mitochondria, where it gets converted back, oxidized back into proline 5 carboxylate with the help of enzyme called proline dehydrogenase 1 and 2. So once this P5C is formed, now this P5 is again converted back into glutamate with the help of proline 5 carboxy dehydrogenase enzyme and again exported back to the cytosol. And now this cyclic process will continue depending upon the requirement of the plant. Apart from this cyclic process, proline P5C is directly formed from ornithine also with the help of enzyme called as ornithine aminotransferase. Proline is known to accumulate more under stress conditions, that too under drought stress conditions. Here is an example in a study where they have showed that they have estimated the different amino acids like proline, glutamate, ornithine, and arginine in both wild type and P5CDH mutant, that is proline 5 carboxy dehydrogenase mutant, which helps in conversion of P5C to glutamate in mitochondria. Results clearly showed that there is an increase in the proline level as compared to other amino acids like glutamate, ornithine, arginine, and the amount is drastically reduced when plants are recovered from the stress conditions. And there is a greater amount of proline accumulation in case of mutant as compared to wild type, which clearly signifies the role of proline under drought stress condition. So apart from the playing a role in drought stress, it also known to play a multiple roles in different organelles. Few of them have listed here. So for example, in case of cell wall, it is involved as the cell wall component. In case of cell, it helps in cell elongation, rooted development. In case of flower, helps in flower development, male fertility, and also cotton fiber development. It also helps from, if you take a whole plant, it helps in the development, abiotic stress tolerance, abscission, and senescence. It also helps in growth of pollen, style integrity, and also plasma membrane and cytoskeleton continuum. It also helps in somatic embryogenesis, germination of embryos, and also enhances the callus size and elongation. So let us know about how this proline pathway is being targeted under different stress conditions, bring about altered stress response. So as you can see here, and we know that the proline is drastically accumulated under stress condition. This is the image which shows how this proline pathway is being targeted to improve abiotic stress tolerance in plants. For example, in case of drought stress tolerance, that is water stress. So on one side, the drought stress induces the ABA level, which in turn increases the expression of genes involved in proline biosynthesis, that is proline 5 carboxylase synthase, which helps convert glutamate into P5C, which will in turn helps to accumulate more proline content. On the other hand, the drought stress which inhibits the expression of proline dehydrogenase enzyme, which is required for conversion of proline to P5C in mitochondria. In a way, it helps in more proline accumulation and inhibit the conversion of proline to P5C and further glutamate, thereby increase the abundance of proline in the cytosol, which helps as a osmolyte and helps in Tagore maintenance. Similarly, different stresses like salt stress, metal stress, cold stress, heat stress are being targeted different genes of this pathway to improve the stress tolerance. And several studies have been published in this directions where they have showed the overexpression of these biosynthesis genes and down regulation of the catabolism genes have showed the improved abiotic stress tolerance in plants. When it comes to biotic stress, we can see there are few changes in proline pathway gene expression level under pathogen infection. For example, this is the semi-quantitative expression data of genes involved in protein metabolism and also catabolism under Pseudomonas syringae infection. There is not only increase in the expression of proline metabolism gene, that is P5CR, but also genes involved in proline catabolism, that is ProDH1 and 2, which helps in conversion of P5C to proline in mitochondria. Whereas the genes involved in conversion of P5C to glutamate, that is P5CDH, is less expressed, indicating the relevance of proline P5C cycle under pathogen infection. Further study in this direction showed that during the conversion of proline to P5C, there is the production of reactive oxygen molecules, that is superoxide molecule, in association in coupled with the electron transport chain, which produces the reactive oxygen species molecules, which now mounts the defense signaling pathway depending upon the quantity of ROS molecules produced. For example, if the ROS molecules are produced in a higher quantity, which leads to cell death, apoptosis, or hypersensitive reactions. Whereas if ROS are produced at a lower quantity, which mounts the defense signaling pathway and helps in cell survival, autophagy, and also increase the lifespan. But in nature, as we know in nature, plants experience more than one stress in life cycle, and which will be in combination. Thus, understanding the protein regulation under such conditions is important from the crop improvement point of view. In this direction, study was conducted in our lab where we identified MIR164C as a negative regulator of one of the key gene involved in protein biosynthesis, that is ATP5CS1, that is proline 5 carboxyl synthase 1. So here we have estimated the proline content in both control pathogen infection and also combined stress conditions in both wild type, that is called 0, and also the mutant line of the Arabidopsis of MIR164C, and results clearly showed an increase in the proline level under combined stress conditions as compared to pathogen stress conditions. And the higher further, there is an increase in the accumulation of proline under MIR164C mutant, which is a negative regulator of proline biosynthesis pathway gene. So which clearly indicates that there is proline which is playing a role under combined stress. Further, we also estimated the expression of several ROS reactive oxygen species chemogenic enzymes such as superoxide dismutase, manganese superoxide dismutase, APX, ascorbate peroxidase, catalase. So under pathogen and combined stress conditions, and consistently there is increased expression of these chemogenic enzymes under both stress conditions. Thus, these results indicate the role of proline in combined stress. So based on the results, this is the hypothetical model proposed for the combined stress tolerance in wild type, where under combined stress condition, under drought and pathogen stress conditions, there is a inhibition of expression of MIR164C, which will eventually lead the expression of higher expression of P5CS1 gene. Thereby, there is increased accumulation of P5C, which is eventually converted back into proline with the help of other enzymes. So now this increased proline level and also increased P5C level will inhibited the pathogen multiplication, thereby bring about a combined stress response. But there is a lack of information how this enhance the proline level, bringing about combined stress response in cytosol. Also, the increased P5C level, how it is helping plants to give rise to combined stress tolerance. So, based on available literature information and also study from our lab, so we propose the model for combined drought pathogen stress tolerance. So, when plant experiences the combined drought and pathogen stress, so there is increase in the expression of ATP5CS1 due to the drought stress conditions, which will eventually lead to increased accumulation of proline, which helps in osmotic adjustment and also salt agar maintenance. Whereas when there is increased amount of proline, and proline is accumulated in more quantity in cytosol, which will be now exported into the mitochondria, where it gets converted into P5C, it's polyl carboxylate. So during the conversion of this proline to P5C with the help of ProDH2, which is known to be highly expressed under pathogen stress conditions, there is a production of ROS molecules which will help to also defense signaling pathway. So together this increased proline level and also ROS molecules together will helps in improving the combined stress tolerance in plant. So in summary, proline helps in growth and differentiation of several tissues. Proline homeostasis is crucial for growth and stress tolerance, and proline pathway regulation imparts tolerance to multiple stress by improving osmotic adjustment and also mounting ROS induced defense signaling pathway. Thank you.